Hello everybody. I want to introduce a new feature I added to CrochetPARADE, which is transforming objects, meaning rotating and moving them. So for those of you that have tried building amigurumis using CrochetPARADE, you know that often amigurumis involve crocheting separate pieces and then stitching them together. Like in this case, for this simplistic snowman, there are three balls, one of them with this protrusion here, that you need to stitch together. Now, placing the balls once you stitch them together in their correct locations was really finicky before. You can actually see, you can read this, how you sew them together. You need to figure out these coordinates. It was a hassle if you actually have tried it. In fact, somebody had opened a ticket before about that. Let's see, dot command. And I was trying to explain why it works the way it does, and it's a few pages of explanations, and some of it is pretty technical. So now, how do you do it without all this extra stitching? Well, let's say you create the snowman. These are exactly the same instructions. So this is one of the first ball, which ends up here. Then you start the second ball here, start anew, which ends up here, and then the third ball ends up here. This you don't need to include this actually, this line. It just starts the random seed generator, the seed for the random generator, which throws the stitches initially in a particular location. Again, it's a bit technical. The only thing you need, and I'll actually remove this part as well. So if you run the code like this, you're gonna get three balls that are placed there you are, separately from each other. Now, because there is a repulsion between these elements, so they're not on top of each other, this ball is a little bit squashed, as you can see. There's a little bit of a deformation. So what if you want to assemble the snowman and not get any of these deformations? Well, this is what you can do. You can separate them with a distance of 0. So they're going to be concentric here. And now you want to separate them. You want to move them. So you click on Object Transform. And here you can select which object you want to be dealing with. This is the first, second, third, and of course counting starts from 0, as usual in CrochetPARADE. And then you can move them around. You can move this ball around by clicking on this dot here on this canvas. Now you can move it back and forth. Okay, and there is actually a guiding plane which tells you in which direction it's going to be moved. So let me zoom out. And let's see, I can move this ball down this plane. Oops. As you can see, I can move it around this guiding plane. I'm going to move it down a little bit like this. And I just want to zoom in to make sure I placed it in the correct location. Okay, again, I want to just stitch the two balls more or less together. I'm not going to be doing a great job here. Then I'm gonna leave the middle ball in its place, and then the small ball I'm just gonna lift up the plane. Ta-da! We have our snowman assembled without any crazy dot commands. Now, let's see. I'm gonna switch off the guiding plane. I'm gonna close this window. I'm gonna press C, which will give me the colors. Uh-oh. As you can see, this ball here is with the needs some rotation, so let's deal with that. Okay. Let's see which I'm gonna click on the guiding plane. Alrighty, the eyeballs are these two triangles. I sort of need to remember that part. And I need to rotate it. Let's see. Okay, and I can even rotate the nose a little bit like that. Okay, I think this would be good enough for now. Let's see what it looks like. Not terrible. Okay, let's see. What other rotation can I do? Okay, something like this. Oops. Let's press C again. Oh boy. There you go. All right. Well, I can play with it some more, but you get the point. I'm gonna switch off the guiding plane. And you can write the instructions. You can write the locations of these balls to the instructions. You click Write to Instructions, and it immediately adds how you transform the objects. The first two numbers are the translation numbers, meaning how you move the balls. The second three numbers tell you how you rotated the balls. You don't need to touch these numbers once they're added to the text, but they're added as comments, so you can share them as part of your project. So for example, if I let me open CrochetPARADE here again. It's on my computer for now because I haven't posted it on the website, but I will post this update in a second. So once this calculation finishes, as you can see, the balls are placed in the locations I wanted them to be. And of course, object transform, you can actually change these numbers. So if you wanted to make this 0, you can write it as a 0, and then you can read it from the instructions, and you see this ball moved a little bit here. Okay, so here are some other examples. Let's see if I have another example. Yeah, this is the Irish crochet flowers 2 example from the drop-down menu. You might want to assemble this fellow, so you might want to move the flower and the petals a little bit. So I'm gonna actually select, what do I want to select? I want to select this flower, rotate it in the plane. I want to select the first flower, rotate it in the plane. Something like this. Maybe move it in depth a little bit. Okay. Let's see, where's my... Okay, this flower, I need to move it back a little bit too. Okay, so here they are. And then you can move the petals to assemble some kind of an Irish crochet type of thing. So I hope that helps you with your amigurumis or any other projects that you're dealing with where there are disjoint pieces. One last example I want to give you. So this is the filet crochet. There is only one object here. Now, the 3JS library, which I'm using for the visualization, for some reason, it doesn't always allow you to rotate the object any way you want. So for example, I want to rotate a little bit further so that it's face on, but I can't. So in that case, what you can do is you can actually rotate it with the object transform. So it's actually face on. And there you go. And that's it. That's it from me. I hope you have a good time playing with CrochetPARADE. Take care, everybody.